New York Knicks trade rumors are heating up as the trade deadline approaches rapidly with under 2 weeks to go, and Mitchell Robinson is the name being talked about the most for the Knicks, as Robinson himself has even spoken out on these trade rumors and responded to fans asking him about trades, while Kevin O'Connor has proposed a wild trade between the New York Knicks and the Utah Jazz, who are notoriously difficult to deal with, especially when it comes to the Knicks. And we're going to break this all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. Hope you guys are having a good day, but let's jump into this video. If you're part of the 68% of people not subscribing, make sure to subscribe to Knicks Digest if you want daily Knicks news, rumors, trade updates, reports, injury updates, TikToks, Instagram Reels maybe, YouTube Shorts, live streams that are coming to be more than once a week soon. If you guys want fun content, make sure to jump on the ship. But let's talk about the New York Knicks. That's why we are all here. And the New York Knicks, well, there's been an interesting thing going around with them, and that is the fact that they are coming near the trade deadline, and usually by now, they have come close to making trades. Yet Leon Rose, someone who's notorious for making trades a little bit before the trade deadline, is yet to strike as of right now. However, this could be coming any day, and Mitchell Robinson is at the forefront of these trade talks. Mitch has been someone who's been on the Knicks for a very long time, being drafted in the second round of 2018, and he has been no stranger to trade rumors. Throughout basically his entire Knicks career, he's been a part of trade rumors, and frankly, it feels like at some point they're going to come true. However, Mitch, who I know we've talked about a lot, so we're going to keep this video short and sweet, not really jump too much in with a bunch of stuff we've already said, but Mitch has responded to fans who have questioned basically if he's going to be on the team. And also on top of that, ESPN has revealed a lot about the New York Knicks and their potential trading of Mitchell Robinson. Now, Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst wrote an article on ESPN and said a season-long topic of conversation around the Knicks has been the heavy minutes for New York starters. 4 of them are in the top 5 in total minutes played. Mikal Bridges is first, Josh Hart's second, Ojeanobi's third, and Jalen Brunson is fifth. While Karl-Anthony Towns is 23rd, part of that comes due to their availability. Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, and Brunson have combined to miss 2 games, and Towns has only missed 5. But while that has reignited long-standing debates over Coach Tom Thibodeau's penchant for leaning on his main players, it also has highlighted New York's lack of depth, something that the Knicks were prepared to deal with when they chose to acquire Karl-Anthony Towns on the eve of training camp. Now, since then, obviously, the Knicks have been a little shorthanded with their bench. Tibbs has been running an 8-man bench, and that's not really going to fly for a full season, and it doesn't feel like he's going to do that forever. I mean, we've even seen him move towards a 9-man rotation as the season's progressed, using Landry Shamet more with a bench that's Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, and Precious Achiuwa. But Mitchell Robinson coming back will have a big impact on that, and they even said that. Now, taking a look, as Windy and Bontemps mentioned, the one real path to changing their bench is injured center Mitchell Robinson, either by his return to the court after he has missed the entire season so far with a foot and ankle issues, or by his inclusion in a trade. Now, Mitchell Robinson, as I said, he's been a part of trade rumors a bunch before. This is nothing new to add him into trade rumors. NBA insiders know he's involved in trade rumors. The Knicks have offered him in trades before, namely for Karl-Anthony Towns, offering Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson with the first-round pick that they gave on draft night for Karl-Anthony Towns before the New York Knicks were unable to get that deal done. It's one of the reasons why they traded that 24th pick away and then picked Pacome Dadier at 25th. They then get the 26th pick in a trade, traded that away for 5 second-round picks, basically because they wanted more second-round guys. They wanted Tyler Kolek, who they learned was going to end up going in the second round anyway. But on top of that, they wanted their cap situation to be a little easier for the team so they could try to acquire Karl-Anthony Towns, who they tried to acquire on draft night and failed, but knew they would be able to eventually get the deal done, which the Knicks were correct about acquiring Towns, who's been nothing short of phenomenal for the Knicks this season. It's why he's an all-star starter. But where the Knicks stand now, they're shorthanded. They don't have a lot of scorers off the bench. I mean, Cameron Payne's been solid. Deuce McBride's been solid as well. Landry Shamet hasn't been great. Precious Achiuwa has been fine. The Knicks need more scoring off their bench in some form, and there's a lot of ways to go about that, but the easiest way is to trade Mitchell Robinson. However, I don't think the Knicks are going to trade Mitchell Robinson when his value is at his lowest because he's dealing with an injury. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't sound like something Leon Rose would do. I don't believe that. I think the Knicks are going to wait till Robinson comes back so they have more weapons off the bench so they can kind of play Mikal and OG less minutes and even stagger them with the bench unit more, so you could have Mikal Bridges out there as the first option running with the bench unit, while Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns can play on the floor together, along with Karl Anthony Towns and Precious Achiuwa who can play on the floor together, leading to some more breaks for OG, for Mikal, for Josh Hart in the process. So I think that's where the New York Knicks are angling for right now, to use Mitchell Robinson as that in-season acquisition, essentially. Meanwhile, it's a question on when Mitch is going to come back. I've been adamant. I think it's going to be February 12th against the Atlanta Hawks, the final game before the All-Star break, just as a little teaser to see how Mitch can do on the floor together so they can evaluate that. And then also wait a little bit, have him back in 8 days, kind of continue to bring Mitchell Robinson back slowly, because that's what the Knicks have been doing basically all season long. Now, on top of this, Mitchell Robinson has spoken out on the trade rumors, saying when he was basically a fan, this is not me, I must be clear, this is not me. I took the image, shout out to Knicks Muse, they're the ones who posted this. Someone commented to Mitch, "You're getting traded next, bro," and he said, "I do not care at all, to be honest." Now, some people have seen this differently. Some people think it's just Mitch saying he doesn't care about trade rumors. Some people think that it's Mitchell Robinson saying he doesn't care if he gets traded off the Knicks. I'm going to tell you one thing. Mitch isn't angling to leave the New York Knicks at all. He's not. Let's be real. He's not trying to leave the Knicks. He seemingly likes it here. He's been on the team long enough. He's been in trade rumors long enough that if he wanted out, he would have told them. I don't think the Knicks want to trade Mitchell Robinson this season. I think whoever said this is wrong to a degree. Not fully, but to a degree. On top of that, I think Mitchell Robinson is saying that because it's some internet dweeb hitting him up and saying, "You're getting traded." Mitch, who's heard this for years now, is just like, "I don't care what you people say." I think he's more saying, "I don't care about the person saying this," and he's responding because it's like, what? Stop. I don't care. I'm a part of trade talks. I don't care that I'm a part of trade talks. He said that on the Roommates podcast with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. The second the podcast begins, Brunson just asked him, "Mitch, we're going to jump right into it. You're in a lot of trade rumors right now." And Mitch is basically he was like, "I don't care about that stuff. It doesn't affect me. I've always been a part of trade rumors. This isn't new." That was Mitch's whole statement on it, is that he's been here before. It's nothing new. That's what I think this is for Mitchell Robinson. But there is no doubt he's going to stay a part of trade rumors. I think he's going to get traded over the offseason, if I'm being honest. If he can come back and play well, I think the Knicks will sell high on Mitchell Robinson in order to create more space away from that second apron. Mitch is a career 8-8 guy. He's an elite defender. He's been awesome for the New York Knicks. I don't want to see Mitch go. I think when he comes back, he's going to stay healthy because he's going to be on the court fully healthy for the first time in a year and a half. And that's a good sign of, all right, well, now I'm back fully healthy, took my time off so I could come back and be the best player I could be. So that is where Mitchell Robinson is at, if you ask me personally. I think Mitchell Robinson is going to be all good. But Kevin O'Connor proposed an interesting trade where the Utah Jazz would receive Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Precious Achiuwa, and the Knicks would receive Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler, and Svi Mikhailuk. First things first, the Jazz would never accept this. Under any circumstances would the Utah Jazz accept this trade. Not even a little bit. Like, it's an absurd trade to even propose. It's why I'm not going to do a whole dive on this, because that's not fair, though. You might have seen the thumbnail of this video. I'm sorry about that. But look, this trade's not even legal, man. The Knicks would take back more money. They can't do that. It's not a legal trade. You can't make this. However, you can do this. This is basically the same thing. You could just replace V with Patty Mills and everything's fine and dandy then. Look, I'd love for this trade to happen. I'm not going to act like I wouldn't. Walker Kessler has been awesome this season. Colin Sexton's a great player and gives the Knicks that shot creation off the bench. Yes, losing Deuce McBride and his great contract would be sad. Losing Mitch would certainly be sad after all this time here. And I'd also would not love to lose Precious. And the Knicks then would have to rely on Jericho Sims more and probably not trade him so they could have another big man to really be their third-string big man. Yes, I know they have Ariel Hukporti. I'm not forgetting about Hukporti, but I don't think the Knicks want to play him this season. I think they want to wait and let him kind of slowly develop because that's the way that Tibbs develops guys. The argument is he never plays rookies. He plays rookies if they're not the 58th overall pick. I understand Hukporti's good. I understand he's better than Jericho Sims. But I'm not mentioning Hukporti that much ever because I don't see the Knicks playing him. I hope they do. I want him to play Hukporti. I love Hukporti. I just don't think that they're going to play him personally. Now, taking a look at all these guys' stats real quick. Sexton this season's playing awesome. It's why would the Knicks, why would the Jazz do this trade? 18 points per game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, getting nearly a steal per game. He's a nice defender, 47% from the field, 40% from 3. The guy's great. On top of that, Walker Kessler, the fear was that he was plateauing after his rookie year. No, he did not. 11 points, 11.5 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists, 2.4 blocks per game, 0.5 steals per game. So he's at basically 3 stocks, which is the sign of elite defense. Look, 73% from the field, also 50% from 3 on 4 attempts, whatever it is. He's not really shooting threes. I don't know the exact amount of threes that he's taken, but it's either 2 or 4 or at most 6. So don't really look at the 3-point percentage and think, oh my God, he's a shooter. He's not going to shoot threes on the Knicks. And he's also really not going to shoot threes on the Knicks. He's not going to play for the Knicks. Look, Deuce is great. Don't get me wrong. Colin Sexton's been a better player this season. And to acquire Deuce, who, is, a bit younger by a year and a half, but dude, he's great. I'm not hating on Deuce at all. I love Deuce McBride. 9 points per game, 3 assists, 2.5 rebounds, nearly a steal per game, under 1 turnover, 41% from the field, 37% from 3. I love the way Deuce is playing. He's such a great defender. He's a great player for the Knicks, and I want to see Deuce here for the long haul. He's just not as good as Colin Sexton right now, which is fair to say. On top of that, Precious Achiuwa is putting up 5 and 5, and that's a lot worse than Walker Kessler, and I don't see what the Jazz are going to do with Mitchell Robinson, who Walker Kessler is more valuable than, so if they wanted to trade away Walker Kessler, they probably wouldn't do it for Mitchell Robinson personally. I just think that's a really, really weird trade to bring up. But it is just something to throw in an ad because, well, it is kind of just a wild idea. And it kind of just epitomizes how big these Mitchell Robinson rumors are, that everyone kind of agrees Mitchell Robinson is going to be getting traded in the near future. I think it will be in the offseason. I don't think he gets traded in season. But let me know what you guys think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.